Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
Now cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose.
Alabama, here comes a heat. Cornelius Bennett. Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Dante. Alexander first down and more.
Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns the corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
This does put a smile on my face.
Well, good morning, everybody. Let's see here. Do I need light on or do I need light off? What do y'all think? I don't know. It's better reading the other way. Whew. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to see everybody still alive today. I know last night was rough. Good grief. Man, I'll tell you what. Hey, at least the Duke Blue Devils won. Throw something in there. All right. Good morning to you, Jeff Stapleton, Keith Holcomb. Jeff Stapleton, I hope you're doing all right, buddy. Roll Tide rise up. Good morning. Share the light. I ain't seen you in so long. I guess Clemson's still the winning team around here. All right, DSGB, congratulations to you, brother. You're in the, man, I hope y'all get up to 2. I really do. That'll be awesome. Miss Latoya, Queen of Alabama football. How you doing this morning? Miss Kimberly, she's the princess. Mr. Jones, let's see here. Who else is in here? Oh, I know there's a bunch of y'all have been lighting up the chat room this morning, and a lot of things need to be talked about. By the way, if you want to be part of the show, the link is in the chat. You just click it and do your thing and come right on, and we'll discuss whatever you want to. All right, let's see here. I think that's got everybody so far this morning that's in the chat, or that has been chatting. All right. All right, I'm going to have to agree with this very first one right off the bat. Roll Tide rise up. Deborah is going to be okay with the team to me. The future is bright. You have said that right. I don't care what anybody wants to talk about or say this morning. I am still got a lot of hope for this team. Now, I'm not saying this year. I don't know what's wrong with them this year. I had several phone conversations after the game yesterday, and we'll get into that. I'm wondering about that. They're trying to run the West Coast air raid style, and that doesn't work in the SEC. I'm wondering if it's because we don't have the linemen, or we got running backs, so I don't know what's going on with the run rise up. As Kimberly says, Ryan Rubb needs to cut better play calling. The reason our running backs and tight ends, receivers didn't score TD. Man. Hey, I'm going to just say this much. At least we scored 7 points and not a field goal or a 0. You know what I mean? I mean, at least they got that. That's all I can say. Guys, we shot ourselves in the foot again. I mean, there ain't no doubt about it. A block punt, interceptions. I think if we can get rid of our mistakes, we could actually play some football and win some games. But I might say this, and it's glaring, and we all know it. And I hate to say it, you know. I pull for every quarterback that we get. Do I have preferences? Of course. I'm still waiting on Tyler Buckner to come back and quarterback for us. I think he's eligible still. But it doesn't matter who the quarterback is to me. You know, Melrose was the man last year. He had his weaknesses too. Ty Simpson, there's something going on with him. I don't know what it is. I think his mind is reverting back to how he used to play in high school or something another. I don't know. His throwing stroke is not the same as it was this first of this year. That's all I can see. I don't know if that's something on him or if he's been hurt. That was brought up yesterday. I wonder if he's been hurt. I didn't bring it up, but somebody else did. And that's a question. That's a question mark. And you probably won't know it until after the season. Oh, yep, I like this. I like the positivity Keith is bringing this morning. Completely agree, but I think he'll figure it out. Made a huge jump from last year, in my opinion. I do too. All right. There's plenty of blame to spread around. This is a total team loss, coaches included. Just wasn't prepared for the big moment. By the way, those that are playing the Pickem game, yesterday was devastating. I mean, it was devastating. Not only is there 2 or 3 dogs in the hunt now, there's 4 or 5, maybe 6 of them in the hunt. Oh, yeah, I've got the scores. I've got them. I would have had done them last night. All right. Which one? All of them? I blame the coaches and players for not winning yesterday. Yep, I do too. And I already said, and I'm going to say it because I really like this, respect. DSGB, congratulations. And matter of fact, we are proud that you come over here. We know you're a Georgia fan, but we really do love you guys. I'm hoping my favorite of all time, 2-time, will come on so I can tell him congratulations. But y'all deserve it. Y'all looked good last night. You really did. All right. I kind of thought they would. I was hoping they would. I mean, you got to admit, Ohio State looked pretty strong still. But I was hoping that. I felt like Ohio State hadn't played nobody. Julian saying they ain't got enough experience. But, you know, I didn't know much about Indiana. I don't follow them, guys. I live here, but I don't follow them, you know. But I did pick Indiana, too. And I do like this. Yep, Indiana proved they are a legit team. They are. I'm glad we didn't play them. They could have been really worse. Let's see. Yeah, I am too. I got 3 years, brother. 3 years. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's move on down. All right. What do you expect now? And what, you know, I know it's already been brought up. Are you wanting, guys, are y'all wanting us to make the playoffs or not? You know, I don't know. But I'm going to say this, Jeff. I talked about this last night to somebody. Yeah, he could see the writing on the wall, but he still had hope. And yes, since the Tennessee game has regressed, let's be honest, do you want to see? That's what I was asking. Jeff, you're not the only one. I think we all have. I think it really started with the Oklahoma game. We just went downhill from there. We have not looked good toward our expectations are. So it's not a surprise that we lost last night. I think even Georgia knew it coming in. Georgia fans have been actually kind of kind and not just rubbing it in our faces. But I think we all knew it. We seen it, and we knew the running game wasn't there. Our defense gave us a lot of hope. I'm gonna say that. So yeah, and this one right here, rise up. Alabama has got burnt 3 times. I guess that's what you're trying to say. As far as Indiana, they've beaten everyone in front of them so far. They have earned my respect. They have, but I still don't like scheduling. It's still not SEC football. Come down here. Let's see what happens when you get beat up players. And I will always say that. Oh, if they make the playoffs, they better come to play. You daggum right. Do you want to go see them get embarrassed? You know, and this one right here, I like this. Because this is me. Win, lose, or draw. I like to see them in the playoffs. Be great for our players, but it is what it is. I will tell you right now, I am Alabama fan all the way through and through. I may be the last Alabama man on our fan, I should say, on this planet, but I will be an Alabama fan forever. Let's see here. Thank you. I'm working on some intro stuff, DSGB. Buddy of mine, Van, he always says I'm a mad scientist when it comes to this stuff. I'm just having fun, that's all. Shine the light. I like this. This is a good observation for somebody who's not a Bama fan. Blitz, Bama, blitz. I mean, that's what Georgia did all night. They spanked Bama seriously. Good game, though. Georgia did. Georgia had a good game. No doubt about that. We did not. But we've been progressing, going down that hill for a long time. And we got what we deserved last night. We didn't help them none at all. Well, we helped Georgia a lot, but we didn't help ourselves. Yeah, that's me too. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys. If you don't want to hear the truth about it, you're on the wrong channel. Because I love Alabama, and if I see them do something wrong, I'm gonna point it out. But I don't know what to do. What does anybody know to do? Do you want to take Simpson out, put Austin Mack or Keelan Russell in now? Let's see. The loss last night could potentially set them up for a heck of a run next season. Just have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm like Nick Saban Jr. when he was on the show yesterday. We didn't need to leave it in the committee's hands, and we did. If we had at least been a tougher game, we might still have a shot. But I just don't know. I just don't know where we're going to end up. All right, let's see here. Scroll over down here. Oh, Steven, got to put him in there. Roll Tide, even though we got monkey stomped. He's got rose-colored glasses, or Crimson Tide glasses on, but he sees. He sees. All right, we got to do this. Can't say nothing, Stacy. I can't say them, but good game. Y'all deserve it, and I hope y'all good luck up there. I hope you make it to the championship game myself. We need somebody from the SEC. Don't worry, Dabo will help y'all. Yeah, we're about Dabo. But yeah, congratulations to all the Georgia fans that's on here this morning. Yeah, this is me too. I'm the same way. I'd like to figure it out, Keith. Any of y'all, I don't care. I'm not getting down on my team. We knew they had issues, and it caught up with them. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what, Georgia's been getting better and better. They didn't show it in the Georgia Tech game. Of course, Georgia Tech's a tough team. Let's put it this way. Last night, I'm glad we didn't play Vanderbilt. All right, guys, as I'm going down here, yeah, I wonder about this too. DeBoer's loyalty to this is killing our teams. And I was talking about that last night too. I know he's got loyalty. I mean, look at Ty's been in there for what, 2 or 3 years, waiting for his turn, but it wasn't happening last night. And the last 3 or 4 games, it's been that way. What would Saban done? Would Saban have pulled him? Put Austin Mack in? I don't know. I mean, what do you do there? I can understand. And I myself, especially first half of the season, so glad he stayed. So glad he was our quarterback, up for the Heisman talk. And now that everything's going down, there is no more Heisman talk. And I know there's other people that already got it on there. Get a different coaches. No. Now I don't know about the Ty Simpson thing. What would y'all do? Good morning, nature. How are you doing? And there's Mr. Bobby. I forgot Bobby. Bobby, good morning to you, buddy. Not being negative, but I think Ty is somewhat a head case, meaning he thinks too much. I will tell you what, last night he made a throw across the middle. If he had waited another step or two, now I understand, and I've seen it, Georgia's defensive line was coming in, and it was coming in hard. They pressured them all night long. But that's what you do to throw off a quarterback's timing. If he had waited just one more step, the receiver would have got the ball, gone, and it would have been a touchdown. Guaranteed it. But he threw it too soon. Too soon. So his time clock was off. All right, I'm gonna put this up here because I like the outside of another person's perspective. That's not a Bama fan. I will always respect Bama, but as an outsider looking in, I'm not sure Ryan Grubb should stay, Ty Simpson, or DeBoer. That's what I want to know from you guys. How do y'all feel about that? Now, this is an outsider. I say outsider. She's a friend of all of us, but she is a Georgia fan. There he is. Hot dog. The two-time. Good morning, my fellow Americans. Two-time congratulations. Y'all make us proud up there in the championship, okay? I really want to see you guys there. And congratulations to you guys. Heck of a game. Yeah, I mean, y'all mud stomped us last night. Like I said, we didn't help our cause. Steven, you don't know. Bama and Ohio messed up my picks. You're not the only one. I don't know if I should tell y'all the scores right now because we're talking about the game last night. But it's very, very interesting. Do y'all think that Bama's still getting in the playoffs? Okay, Brock, there we go. I know he's pissed. Grubb needs to go, and Ty Simpson looks terrible. We can't run the ball. I know, I told you. He is pissed this morning. Okay, here we go. I like this. It's interesting. Stacy, I will give the board more time. Grubb can go. Is it Grubb's fault? Seriously, I want to know. What do you think? I mean, he didn't want to come here to start with, but he acted like he was all in this whole year. So, should he go? I mean, we have to give coaches time to get their program in. I mean, look, Saban took 2 years to get his in. Third year, he won a national championship. So should we? All right, let's see here. I got bit in the ass by a dog last night. So that dog got me on my ass. We're going to feed them dogs before they play again next time. All right. And I'm gonna ask this problem too. I don't think it was one particular big problem. I'm gonna go ahead and show this. Jeff, what do you think was the biggest problem last night? Probably the bus that took us there. South Carolina, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I have to agree with you, Brock. It started in the South Carolina game. Oh, man. Yeah, this is the most important part. We deserve all the criticism. All right, Brock, I see that. Hang on just a minute, bud. There she is. She is dropped. Let me scroll back up here. And anybody else wants to come on? I'd rather listen to y'all than myself talk. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We put Hurts in. All right. Good morning, Mr. Bishop. Like I said, the invitation's out there to you too, bud. You know you're welcome on this show. Your OC is Ryan Grubb. He didn't want to come down here to start with NFL. Couldn't cut it in the NFL. And so we got him to come on over here so we have a job, basically. But I thought he would do better than what he's done. And I don't know. Oh, but I ain't going to go. You know what about them Auburn fans of nature? Where they're going. That's all I want to know. You got to. Okay, Steve. Steven, I'm working on it. I'm working on part 2. I haven't had much time, but I am working on it. And guys, if you want to know what he's talking about, we got a little interesting series going on, and I'm working on part 2. Okay. All right. All right. Let me go there. I'm going to get to you just a minute, Mr. Bishop. All right. I'm going to just scroll back down and get caught up. All right. Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and get this gentleman on here. Good morning, Mr. Bishop.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
How are you doing?
Man, doing way better now.
Uh,
Mm.
is that because Alabama lost? Is that why?
No, no, no. No, no. Hey, they were gladiators. It just was it came back down to the fundamentals and field position, like I was saying. You guys know each other too well, so then you had to be complementary football, and it for whatever reason they did went away from the running game.
I didn't see much of the running game to start with. What I put to you
16
like it.
rushes, 16
Mm-hmm.
attempts. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that block punt that started it all right there. I, I already
Yeah.
knew as soon as that block punt, they put him in good field goal. And this game is kind of important to score first to put the pressure on the other team. And you seen what happened right into the old heart. Georgia done what they were supposed to do.
But I really, the telltale sign was uh, when you only have 16 rushes, you got 4 quarters. So you're telling me
Yeah,
you only have 4 attempts per quarter?
yeah, yeah.
And then it ended up being -3 yards, which I know a lot of it has to do with some of the sacks and whatnot. But the bottom line is like you can't allow that to happen. You can't get lost in the sauce and not pay attention to the details because what happened is Georgia shortened the field on you guys, and they played field position and they played real vanilla, far as really trying to be exotic with their offense. They just dumbed it down and just real dunk and dink and more of, hey, if the shot's there, take it. If not, be okay with what they give you.
Well, do you think there's a problem with Ty? Because he's not hitting his passes like he's not as crisp. I'm telling folks that I watched the game in Oklahoma. Before then, and it may started with South Carolina, that's true. But to then, back then, he was firing it from here. Okay, I mean it was just straight back. He was gone. Lately, he's been trying to wind it up, like coming around from underneath and throwing. Uh, that's high school stuff. That's high
Yeah.
school stuff, and it's
Here's
automatic.
what I did notice about his mechanics. He kept patting the ball. He was unsure of himself. He
Hmm.
was trying to make the perfect throw. And that one pass in front of uh, heel number 4, it's a swing pass, and you throw it to where he has to do a shoestring catch. Come on, that's elementary stuff where you know you got to swing it out to him. And
Yeah,
so to me, he was aiming. And I don't know why he all of a sudden start aiming and start second guessing himself. Because understand, if you go back when I broke down the film, he's patting the ball each time he's getting ready to throw, as if he's like, okay, I'm waiting for the window, but I just want to keep patting the ball. So I keep. It's almost like he was using that to uh, keep a notice of what was around him instead of staying focused on his cues. So that's just something I picked up once I break down games. But I just think that I'm not sure what Grubb was really trying to accomplish during that game because it just seems like they just ran straight into the run and pass fits of Georgia, almost like uh, be, and I just think that because the U didn't have a run game, that pass game was easy to sit on because they knew you couldn't run the ball.
yeah. Uh, Let me ask you this: you're a coach, am I
Hmm.
correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna say this real quick, but don't let me lose that thought. Stacey, I want to say thank you this morning. You actually act like you have general or genuine concerns because we all know without the Georgias and Alabamas, Tennessees, and on and on and on, uh, and especially right now in this time of our football, Georgia and Alabama is it in the SEC. And I really want to appreciate your sportsmanship wondering what can we do to fix this, because without each other, you're only great when you play the greatest teams. All right, and that's what makes you great. Okay, so we do need each other, whether you want to admit it or not. But thank you for your concern. I really like that, Stacy. As a coach,
Yeah.
what would you do in two parts? All right, what would you do the rest of the year? Whether you go to a bowl, we'll go to a bowl, or we go to the playoffs. What changes would you make in between these times, and what changes would you make for next year? I'm just asking. Yeah, you don't have to be,
No. I'm glad you asked. If I was given an opportunity, for one, I need to make sure that my ones go against my ones, offense and defensive line. I need to make sure we do a 10-yard fight or goal line so that I know that they understand every time you give effort for the goal line is the same effort you give out in the middle of the field. You cannot, we got to be able to run the ball. And our running backs get in shape and be able to block someone if they come free. If you're not in the passing route, hey, you're a shield. That's what you were there to do. That's part of your job description. If you can't do that, then we need to get someone else in. But the thing is you're doing pretty well in the rushing game. But if we can't trust you to pass protect, then what are we really trying to do? Are we trying to show our hand and tell the team, well, if he's in there, we're going to run the ball. But if I put my other runner back in, we're going to pass.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So
Sure.
On top of that, the kicking game, I don't even know what could be done. The punting and the kicking game now seems like the kicker has turned the corner, but that punter took way too long. I don't know if that his normal steps, but in a game like that and you're close to your end zone, you got to get that ball out. And I just feel like it just took one step too long, and that's why they were able to get there. But that's something that can be worked on. But the bottom line is it's still a chance that you can still be in the playoffs. The thing is, the bottom line is, hey, we got to run the ball. That is our DNA, and that's our foundation. And right now, I get it that, Grubb, you want to pass, but the proof is in the pudding. 16 attempts at rushing.
Yeah.
The entire game. Forget the -3. I get the -3, but 16. That's not enough to get a rhythm, a lather. You know what I'm saying? There's been times there's been times that, TJ Yeldon and all the backs before it had oftentimes 15 to 17 rushes in the first half. So the thing about it, if 16 was for the entire game, ask yourself, was that game plan suited for a championship standard type of game?
No, of course not. Of course not. I want to say good morning to Gil Cruz and Bill Valentine. I don't know who else has jumped in. I'm kind of late on the chat room.
You're good. Go ahead and get caught up.
Yeah.
Hey, run the lights up. How we got this? We got this commercial. This is Great Gumbo. Hey, this here is Gumbo Fire. You go ahead and run those lights up. Back to our show.
No, I'm really digging the Georgia fans this morning. They're very sympathetic, but they should revel in their win. I really do think they should. Good morning, Miss Susan. Oh Lord. I'm making sure no magical pole popped up behind me. That's an inside joke, I guess you might say.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. She knows what I'm talking about. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Quit. I've said this too. Quit playing seven. I'm gonna put it up here. Miss
Good.
Latoya. Quit playing 7-on-7 football. Be physical. I think that needs to go away.
I like that. Yeah, because that what did I just say? Hey, I have them run goal line until they get tired and they start realizing we're gonna run the ball and pass it. The 7-on-7 is because you only have 16 attempts the entire game. My goodness.
Yeah.
When has Bama ever did only 16 rushes?
It's just unreal right now. Okay. Coach Carl, good morning to you, sir. Let me see here. Let me get on down here. Miss Latoya, I don't care if you got a grandson there or not. You want to come on the show, huh? You just come right on. I will post it back up here in just a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, and you guys give the ladies some major love. They ran that show the other night. It was straight off the hook.
There
For
you
sure.
go. Come right on if you want to. Anybody
Yes,
else that wants
ma'am.
to. I thought
Yes, ma'am.
Brock was going to pop in here, but I don't know where he went.
But
Okay.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is that let's just be honest though. The thing was, it seemed like because you guys had a good win in the season, that see a lot of times I'm so thankful Coach Saban taught us what really rat poison is when you start feeling yourself and feeling like your game plan is more than enough.
That's right. He taught us a lot. And do y'all realize Bama could face Georgia again? We played Texas A&M. If we beat them, we got Georgia again, and that's if we're in the playoffs. There you go. That's if we're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I kind of thought about that. I was saying if we made it into 12 spot, there is a possibility we could play Georgia again. But we've got a long road. I don't think that it's a long road, but something has got to change. Something has got to change. You cannot go into these playoffs. You might even get by with it with Texas A&M or whoever you play next. But you're not going to get by with it again with Georgia. You're not going to do it. You have got to come up with something better than what you've been doing.
I tell you what, committee, go ahead and put that down because a third time, now that you have seen what they done, I would wonder, could y'all? Hey, it's tied 1-1 for this year.
Okay, who is got a boy AK? I know I've seen that name before.
Who?
Got a boy. Yeah, if he comes on, he'll tell me his real name, or he can tell me how to pronounce it. The link's in the chat. I'll do it again.
But
Go ahead.
my three keys was the guard and tackle because I was talking about the running game. Then the kicking game and the run fits.
All right, when you say the kicking game, you talking about the punter and the field goal
At
unit?
that time, I was thinking that anytime you get on their side of the field, that you got to come away with points in a championship game. You cannot let no time you go into on their side of the field to not come away with some type of points. But then the small, the increment of I didn't really think of your punter because really hadn't been an issue until now. But if you go back and watch that film, you watch his steps. It's almost like he's in slow motion, and it's like they were speed races to get back there. So I don't go ahead.
Do you think Georgia designed that it was going to be an all-out blitz all night long?
Can I be honest with y'all guys?
Sure.
Since we talking ball, I think they have looked at our film when we played you guys and a couple others, and they just saw that Ty when that surprise blitz shows up, he tends to throw it quicker and then starts thinking. And I believe that because there's a couple of times I'm like, hey, that looked like Kip Lewis when we were doing that blitz, that exotic blitz. They call it a zone dog with man coverage on the sides. And what it was is that they have, like I was telling everybody, they watch enough film and they got a tendency on tie.
Yeah. Let's see. Got a boy. I'm gonna just call you that to like you can tell me how to pronounce that. If you go to the link, and it should ask you how you want to come in. You always click on the Google account. Okay,
Yeah.
you don't want to download Restream or nothing like that. You just click on your Google account. It'll take you over there. You'll have to cut on your mic, your camera, if you want to be on camera, and whatever name you want to be called, like Bishop over here. Let's see. Hang on a sec. Yep. See there where you got Bishop and mine's Icebox. Put whatever name you want in there.
Yeah.
And click join up and you'll come on. But I would suggest highly to use your Google account. That is the best way to get on Restream.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. I just want a bowl game so we can end up 11-3. But I tell you what, I really, really enjoying your views this morning on what you would do. What you would do. Let's see. I think you're probably after last night. We might be looking for an OC. You up for it? Huh?
Yeah.
Do you think you could coach under, or you need to be the head coach and coach Carl?
Hey man, hey, it would be an honor. And we definitely got a work cut, but you can't soft shoe when you go into that. You just got to be real. And the first thing of coaching is that I'm not your friend. And if I got to make the hard decision, I'm gonna make the hard decision. But the simple fact is the level of intensity to the details was way off for Bama. That was no way, no shape, no form of Bama standard at all. It's almost like is like once they got on you, it almost like you were trying to play the game instead of sticking to your guns and playing your game.
Yeah. It was more all reaction all last night.
Correct.
Everybody realized these plays are designed for deep quarterback drops because it is 10 more or more per route, and they're sending pressure and blitzing. You can't put it no better than that.
Okay, and okay, if that's the case, then what is the answer? Dink, you got to hit your flares, you got to hit your flags, and you got to hit something short. And when they do hit something short, they got to catch it. There was quite a number of drops, and that can plague on a quarterback's mind as well, trying to figure out who I can throw to that be assured that they will catch it.
Well, that's why I like Cuevos.
Yeah.
Sure-handed, big man, will gain you yards. And I'm going to tell you what, you could tell Georgia last night really wanted the game because every time we hit them, there was some missed tackling going on. And I still blame that on the offense because you're not letting your defense get no rest whatsoever. And you're wearing them out. But the defense is just, you need to talk to somebody.
And see, that's why we when we break down film and I tell people that's complementary football. When we're saying complementary football is that you can't afford to go 3 downs and out, especially where your defense was playing. Your defense was playing lights out. They needed their offense to sustain some stuff and be complementary to allow them to gain a greater foot. And not only that, you need to score more than 7 points.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to get at with Cuevo. I'm a firm believer. I'm old time. Y'all all know that. But we always had, I felt like you had one or two people on defense that you really loved to watch. They were just, you just don't throw the ball their way or come their way, whether it be a defensive lineman, linebacker, or corner, safety, whatever. Especially the corners. You got good corners, you're good on defense. Uh, but you got uh, Quavos, and you got wide receivers. You got your wide receivers in Ryan Williams, electric when he catches the ball. Jermaine Burton, who is fantastic when he catches the ball, very sneaky. He's just an all-around great athletic wide receiver. Uh, but Quavos and your running backs, those are the guys that's going to get you those inches, those yards that you need to keep your first downs going. We don't have that right now. Outside of Quavos, our running backs is not getting it done. And I'm not blaming the running backs.
No.
Don't take me wrong there. I still think that it's down to the O line. It's either that there's something that is not clicking between the running backs and the O line. I don't know what it is. Maybe you can help me out. But anyways, motivated, dedicated, and there was somebody else that was a Georgia fan jumped in here. Victor Jones, good morning to y'all. I hope y'all feeling good because y'all done a good game last night, and congratulations. Make us and the SEC proud when you go to national championships. That's what I hope for you guys. I hope we see you again if we make it to the playoffs, and turn out to be different, but I doubt it. So y'all go up there and make us proud, okay? All right. What was we talking about? All right. What is going on with the running backs and the O line? Do you see anything there?
I do. They're not. And now, I know it's fresh from yesterday, but they're not running through trash. But I don't. Part of that is they don't have a lather for the game off of 16 attempts. When they are running, it's like Georgia's like, okay, here they got to run, so let's stout up instead of, hey, you don't lathered and hey, it's gonna be an all day affair. When we do run, we're gonna run like we're in a goal line stance, and we're gonna run through trash. Whereas the first person seemed like they were tackling you guys, and it's like, if nothing else, that first person can't be the end all be all.
Mm-hmm. Stacy, she says she's out. Have a good day. Thanks for coming, Stacy. Two-time, he's probably sitting back laughing at our little butts, or at least mine, anyways.
Uh,
No,
hey,
the two-time is a great guy.
it was a
guy.
great game plan.
Yeah.
Because they truly, if I could be honest, they basically said, "Hey, we're gonna run, establish the run, and we're gonna pass only when we need to." And that's
That
how
would
they
be
won
it.
the game.
Yeah, and for us, that should have been the same game plan. I really like your idea of putting people on the goal line and making sure they bust the heads to get them lines open. You know what I mean, or them lanes open for walk-in touchdown. They should practice that 1,000 times a day. The rest of whatever time they got for their
Right.
next game,
Right,
and
because we call
learn
that
how to run the
inside
ball.
period. In the inside period, what you're trying to do is help your offensive lineman to realize it's not going to be easy, no matter where you're out on the field. And they know. Once they know it's a run, they're going to be fighting. So basically, the goal line, you already know is, hey, you got to gut them out. You got to come straight from the stoops, the boogie down stoops. Hey, you got to be a killer when it comes to that, and you got to root out some people and allow your running back to have a little sliver. So that goes back to a mentality of toughness, being willing to hang and bang with the best.
Well, I don't think that it's the heart of the team.
No,
I
I'm
really
not
don't.
saying the heart. I'm talking
No,
about
I know.
with the running game. The running game, when you're a pass first type team, teams tend to have a tough time being physical with the run game.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah.
Uh, I totally agree. It's the play calling, not so much the RBs, but when the play calls are pass only, they never get to practice, and that's what Bishop is saying. Same
Yeah.
thing. It's a lack of communication
Yeah.
with the whole offense. Victor Jones, I'm gonna say this. I really do appreciate you, bud. Uh, you missed it right there. Let me go back. Uh, I do think Alabama should be in the playoffs. I don't know if he means that he thinks we deserve it or we need another ass whooping. I don't know which one he means, but we do appreciate it. uh,
Hey,
but
Iceball, can we all we all been there? Hold on.
yeah,
Hey, before we came over to the SEC, hey, we were at Big 12. We would always win it. But what happens when we went to the playoffs? The type of level we were playing was not good enough to where it showed up in your games.
yeah,
So this year, that's why I'm really concerned for us is like we need to take stock. And if we don't become complimentary, that could be us. And
mhm.
in the playoffs, nobody is a wink link. Everybody earned their way into this. So with that case, hey, complimentary football and the fundamentals is the way to win. It never will stop.
You got to admit, I'm the same way. I'm really not a big Texas fan. I was always so in Oklahoma. But when they come over here, the level of play stepped up when they showed up. Okay, Texas stepped up their game because they were on a downhill slide like they have never seen before.
Yeah.
You guys were as always what I call you had to be prepared for Texas, and that was the one game you had to win. Last year when y'all played Alabama, I felt the same air in the y'all's in other words, y'all prepared for Alabama, because that made a statement that we have arrived in the SEC, and proud of it.
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. We all know that. Right now, Alabama is basically in a transition period from, and I think it's not just the
Oh,
coaching. I'm thinking it's also in the era of how football is played in today's era with the transfer portals and so on and so forth, and what style works where. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We don't know for sure that DeBoer is the right fit. We had to go through several coaches when we lost a good coach. Look at Gene Stallings and Bear Bryant, all them. We may be going through the same thing with Saban after he's done it. I'm hoping DeBoer is that right guy. I like him. I really do. But I
Here's
don't
what I
know.
would say is just like DeBoer, like Brent Venables, it took him 4 years for him to really uh, put a stamp on us. I would say this: I would pay attention and real close attention to see what adjustments he's going to make moving forward.
Mm, yeah.
I think the first adjustment I would do is I got to get offensive linemen that are, if I'm going to be able to run the ball, he likes to run GT counters and pulling guards and different things and have the offensive line be able to uh, be foot, fleet on foot, but also be stout in the running game. So that's his type of style because when he was at Washington, they were real good with that. But still, because of being in the SEC, it's taught me that man, the running the ball, you there's no ifs ands or buts. You got to be able to play in a phone booth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Georgia
Uh,
plays in a phone booth. All of us need to understand if we want to really go far, we got to be willing to play in the phone booth, or I call it the Creed 2 effect, where they got in that tire and they had to trade blows. You got to be willing to not flinch when you're in
yeah.
that trading blows.
You got to be tough. Yeah. And I agree. I want you to address this,
Go ahead.
please, sir. If Alabama doesn't make the playoffs, well, Greg Shank in the SEC championship in the championship game. If a team gets dominated in an extra game and gets dropped from the playoff, is that basically is that the right thing? Just asking. I've thought about this. I don't know how many times, B. Jimmy. Look at Oklahoma. Okay, not trying to say anything bad about Oklahoma,
No, go
but
ahead.
they didn't play the SEC championship. They don't get that extra loss or win. Okay.
Right,
It doesn't benefit them in no form because they're not playing.
right.
So we go up there, and is it right that we should be dropped from the playoffs because we did get our butts whooped like we did, or should we stay in? See, Oklahoma doesn't have to worry about that, and it could be Texas. Okay, I'm not trying to pick at
No,
Oklahoma.
Ole Miss and us. No, no,
Yep,
no.
Ole Miss.
Hey, but nobody's. I got tough skin. You gone and the ice spot. But you're
No, no,
fired.
no. No, there's nothing against Oklahoma
No, no,
itself.
it's not against. It's the way they format it. Here's what I
Yeah,
say. After giving it a deep thought, I'm like, okay, Bama deserves to be in the playoffs. To me, yes, without a doubt. Because if you're gonna put Notre Dame in, then you got to keep Bama in, no matter how rough the score was. You guys have played each other so many times that there's going to be times that you're just going to have an off night.
yeah.
But here's the thing about it: if it depends on this committee, man. It's made of people who, at times, when they see a big loss, they tend to debate stuff. And now it becomes a debate when they already had a idea. As long as you guys played a strong, tough game, you guys are in. But once people get lose like a big loss, like a BYU or you guys, all of a sudden they start debating and start going with these teams and trying to see who needs to be in. When it was nothing wrong to me, it's like you made it to the championship game. Unless I don't know. It's just you're trying to say that the championships don't matter then, because then stop having the championship games if they drop you out. That's the way I feel, is stop having the championship games and everybody play themselves in.
Well, it's like this. It was back in the 90s and 92 or something like that when the
Yeah,
SEC championship was formed when nobody else was doing it. And
correct.
they say how much money that drawed in, and it put the top two teams together, which I thought was great. The East versus the West as far as the divisions goes. And everybody else started doing it since then. They've seen how much revenue. Now it's hurting your team in these college playoffs. College playoffs is basically, because you had the BCS and all that, and they had coaches polls and whatever that determined who would go in them 4 spots. Now it's 16 teams or 12 teams. It's going to be 16 before it's all said and done. So it's basically replacing these championship games, because if you go to these championship games, what would have happened if Georgia would have lost last night? We're already going to see what's going to happen to Ohio. All right. We got this Duke that won last night, and I have to say they played a good game last night. I watched it. I'm just saying that the championship games is an extra game, and especially in the SEC, especially. It's going to be the toughest against the toughest. You're already lame. You're already hurting from the season. And, and that's just the way it is in the SEC. That's why I still have such a gripe against the Little 10, Big 10, whatever you want to call it, because they really don't play anybody throughout the year. Yeah, they get the Scuffs and Knicks, but they're not playing tough teams. Who
Can
in
I
the
be
world?
honest? They
Yeah.
coddle them. That
Ah,
those commish for their Big Ten, they coddle their teams. There's no way. I'm telling you, a 13-10 game won the Big Ten. 13-10, and you're the number 1 and 2 teams.
mhm.
Man, that's suspect in my book. And they in a rude awakening, because the SEC runs through a gauntlet. And any and everybody, one of us, hey, we know in order to get here, you couldn't be soft to get here.
Mm-mm.
So we have to run through the gauntlet. So nothing has changed. You get in the playoffs from the SEC. You did something because you know what type of schedule you had.
Yep, I'll hang on a second.
So
Notre Dame should not be in the playoffs. Put Vandy into place. Notre Dame doesn't have conscience. Should be penalized for that. I have totally agreed. But I think we got something for you, Mr. Bishop.
right,
Good morning, Miss Latoya. Is she in there?
Miss Latoya.
It says Toya, so it's got to be her. Let's see, it says on my end that your microphone and everything is on. It should be on my end, anyways.
Yeah.
She might not have it on. If you look at her to your left, there should be a microphone. Click on it, cut it off. Is the only thing I think of. All right, until she gets to come in here, we'll keep on rolling.
Yeah. But the one thing, we need to go back and really be hold them to a standard is that this committee, if somebody loses in this, I get it, maybe dropping them one spot, but dropping them out, it's almost telling them, well, great, you got here, but now that you didn't have a great showing, you're out of the playoffs. When they said that, it's to me it doesn't make sense because in the season you guys did beat them. So they had a better game plan when it came to this championship game, but that happens. But I just don't see where dropping you guys out makes any sense in this circumstance.
Yeah, well, I'm going to address that here in just a second.
So,
Clay Lewis, we deserve anything you want to throw on us, buddy. Congratulations on your win yesterday. Victor Jones, I want to thank you for being a good sportsman also. So far, all of our Georgia fans that have come in here have been great. They know they can stomp a mud hole on us, and then again this morning if they wanted to, but they're being very respectful, and we do appreciate you guys. And I'm serious. I hope you go to the national championship and make the SEC proud. Alabama's not going to get there this year, I don't think. There's always that possibility, but you see what's going on this morning. We're trying to dissect and see what's coming on and get the feelings of our fans and what could be going on with our Alabama football team. But anyways, congratulations to you guys. I lost my train of thought again. No, I think we should lose the SEC championship game. But then again, sometimes I don't because it is such a great game.
yeah. Here's what I don't want to lose it, but I don't know. Do we need to go back to North and South and have a split up like that? I don't know.
Here's the reason why. Even as tough as the East side was, it still didn't nowhere rival to the West side division. It was just like it was. It just wasn't as dominating. You had one team in particular.
Got
At
you.
one time, it could have been Auburn or it could have been Tennessee or Georgia, where it didn't seem like they played as tough of a schedule
Schedule.
as
Got
the
you.
West side did. And in this league, we're going to nitpick and fight over everything, to present ourselves in a higher light.
Yeah.
But I do have to agree, the West did play a tougher schedule. They did do that.
But see, only reason I suggest that because it's like they're penalizing us for playing a gauntlet. Okay, we do a gauntlet and Bama gets into the championship game, and okay, they ran up against a formidable team in Georgia that knows them. I mean, Kirby knows you guys backwards and forwards, and he has many times been on the other end of the score. So okay, great. He got one up on you, but is it enough to leave you out of the playoffs? I don't think so. I really don't. To me, in my honest opinion, I feel that if nothing else, go to 10. You know, you guys go to 10, and let's keep playing.
I don't know. I really enjoy the game. I really do.
So,
Well, especially like last night. But we had Alabama, our team, but you got a tough team in Georgia that we beat before. We all know the way we've been trending, and it really in our heart of hearts, we was really worried about this game because we knew our punter, or I mean our punter, our kicker, the way we've been playing offense here lately. Defense is giving us hope, because they're playing so well,
yeah.
and we felt like we had a chance to beat them for the second time, which is tough to do. Uh, but it's still a great game, and for Georgia, it was a great win. You know, so to me, that was a excellent SEC standout for the SEC. I'm Alabama first, SEC second. College football is the playoffs is always great to have fun watch. Uh, but anyways, look here at what Miss Susan says. If the championship counts against you, then why play it? Erases what you did all seasons. It's not fair to her. And I get what she's talking about. We played some of the toughest teams, one of the toughest schedules, and still got there. We're hurt. We know this. Uh, and even like this right here, Coach Carl, worst offensive game I ever watched Bama play. And I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. But I'm just saying, should this championship game totally throw you out of the college playoffs? Let me ask you this. Who in the college playoffs do you think Alabama could win playing the way they did last night? Who do you think they could beat?
Indiana, Ohio State, Texas Tech, uh, anybody. It's because see, here's the thing: is you don't get caught up on. That's one game where Georgia knows you guys, and that's one thing about those formidable type of teams that you guys are always playing. They got so much film on you. They knew your tendency from this year, and you hadn't changed up or addressed those tendencies, so they became their weapons because you didn't change up or you didn't alter of any kind or you didn't make a substantial uh, change to where they threw them off a bit. They knew exactly where you would be, and when you did run those certain plays, they had the right defense. That goes back to watching so much film that you have their tendencies, and they utilize it to win this game.
I wonder something. We're sitting here talking, and Victor has been, like I said, been really good this morning, good to us.
Mhm.
Patting us on the back. You should be in the playoffs, this and that kind of. And we do appreciate it, Victor. But he's got a good point. Miami lost to Louisville, and SMU. Come on, and I get that. And everybody's really high on and hyper on Miami right now. It's how you ending up the end of the year is the way I'm looking at it. But I feel like if we were to play in the playoffs, we might get skirted by uh, the first round, get into the ones that had a bye. Just depends on who they put us against, and it could be Ole Miss for all I care. I would love to play Ole Miss. To be honest with you, they lost their coach. They're pissed off, and I think they'll overcharge and they'll get beat. Just to be honest with you, I mean, I hate that for Ole Miss fans. I really do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying there are some teams in the playoffs I think we could beat. There are some teams I don't think we can beat unless we make a complete turnaround change and add get the running game going, like you were saying earlier. Without that, I don't see us going very far. But go ahead. So,
No, what I was gonna say is that look, any team that's in these playoffs, you earned your way into it by going through your gauntlet of your schedule and coming out the right way. Now, these championship games, I feel that the committee they can look at them But the bottom line is it still say strength of schedule. That's why I say you guys are in. I can get okay moving you down one, and you be number 10 instead of number 9. But the strength of schedule, I'll put any SEC team against anybody else. The strength of schedule, since they put it as the strength of schedule as one of the top criteria, then it needs to still matter.
Do you think there's two different Alabama teams?
Wow. I do. Uh, and it starts with 2 different Ties Simpsons. The Ty Simpson in the early part was when the deep pass wasn't there, he was throwing to his outlets. He was throwing to his tight ends. Now it seems like he's just stuck on the deep ball. And I get it. Hey, if that's the play, but sometimes you gotta keep the momentum going. And hey, if that means I need to throw it out to this flats with the running back, or I do a tight end drag and pop him with one, that's what needs to happen. Because the main thing is your defense has stayed on the field way too long. It was time to recognize that, hey, we got to substantiate a drive. And whatever that took, sometimes it seems like Grubb was enamored with the long passes. I get it, but still, Ty, you're the quarterback. You know if it seems like it's getting too long, it's time to either run it or dump it so we can get some positive yards and keep the momentum moving forward. The bottom line is you cannot go 3 and out, especially when they have momentum. You have to stop momentum by establishing and making sure you make a drive so your defense knows you got their back. That goes back to that complimentary football. We know it, and anybody that has coached or played it knows the importance of how a defense can wear down when you're constantly putting them back out on the field and you're not doing your part and you're not sustaining drives.
Let me ask you this, and we'll get off here in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Is it Ty's fault? Okay, or is it the offense not giving him enough time? So what I'm hearing, it could be Ty Simpson's fault. It could be the O-line's fault. I'm not going to blame the running backs. I'm just not going to. They're not seeing it enough to blame. All right. But I want to ask one other thing. Is it Ty's fault? Is it the O-line's fault? And what is the one simple change that they could make to make them a better football team in whether a bowl game or playoff? One simple move.
Okay. The first is not Ty's fault because he was running the plays that Grubb put in. It was Grubb's fault for not allowing that young man to have a better game. It's like, look, in this game, they know us too well. I need you to be able to hit your checkdowns if the original play is not there. Understand that if you're going to read the defense, you already know, hey, if they got a pretty good back end, then hey, let's hit our checkdowns and let's keep moving the ball down the field. But that goes back to when you're in the practice, that's up to Grubbs and their staff to make sure that Ty is aware of it. But Ty needs to take part of the blame because when you're in the game, you are an extension of that coach, and you got to start have a sense of, okay, our defense has been on the field. We're down 14. I got to sustain a drive. That means if push comes to shove, I'm going to use a short passing game. Tell them, hey, my heart reads, hey, stop and let me pop one to you. But the simple fact is, I have to establish a tendency and keep moving the ball forward.
Okay.
Go ahead, Miss Latoya.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can hear you.
Okay. So the only thing
Yeah, we can hear you.
you can is
Yeah,
we
we
got
can
away
hear
from what got us where we went all season.
you. Yeah, we can hear you.
We got away from what was been working for us all
Yes,
season,
ma'am.
and that's tied with the short passes. We got away from that. Without the ability to run the ball as well, it's easy for the defense to just sit and take the show. We don't have the threat of the deep ball either. So it's easy to game plan for Alabama in that perspective. And another thing, first of all, we got to take out making it to the SEC championship without a running game. That says a lot too.
Amen.
That says a lot.
Amen.
Not being able to run the ball in the SEC and you still somehow make it to the SEC championship, that's a plus. We just know that's something that we have to work on. They put entirely too much on Ty. Hold on one second. Grandson, please. Stop. Come on.
Fine.
Entirely too much on Ty. Not saying that Ty don't have his fault, because he does. Sometimes he holds the ball too long. Sometimes, like last night, I was done with the game. When him and AK Deer had that miscommunication and he just laid down, I was done with Ty after that point. I was done, because it's like you just gave up on the play. You gave up on it. You didn't even try to make nothing happen. You didn't try to throw the ball away, and then you just gave up. It's so at that point, I wouldn't have benched him, but I probably have pulled him at least for a series. Come here, sit right here beside me. See if you can see what the defense is doing from the sideline, because apparently you can't see it on the field what they're doing or trying to do. So I would have pulled him in that instance, if, like I said, only for a series, because I told Matt, Austin Matt got the arm. Hey, get in, Ryan, go down the scene, get Ryan the ball. Ryan was only one providing a spark in the first half. Every time he got a little scream, he made something happen. If it wasn't but a first down, we was moving the ball. So when you see something that's working, why do we go away from it? Why? We was running the ball. We getting about 3 yards. 3 yards 3 times, that's 9 yards. I mean, come on.
That's right.
Stop going from what's working. It's the same thing in this game was the same thing in the Florida State. When Georgia got out on the lead, we panicked. The coaching staff panicked, and we abandoned the game plan, because we came in trying to establish the run, but we panicked and felt like we got to throw to catch up. We got to throw. We're still in the first half. If we just slow down and play our game, we can catch up. It's not that hard. We've been in this position all season, and it's like we get to the SEC championship game and forget that we know how to play football, and we know how to grind out and win close games. That's been our bread and butter all season. We got away from it last night on the biggest stage in the SEC.
Mr. Toya, where you been?
I've been watching football.
No, when I first came on doing this kind of stuff on football channel, everybody's like, where in the world you been? Man, you've been listening to somebody like you. Guess what? I found somebody to take my place. Mr. Toya, where are you been? You need to be on more channels.
I just been watching football, and like I said, big ups to us for making it this far without a run game. So everything that we did to complement the fact that we don't have a run game, we abandoned last night. We abandoned it. Like, we have beat this team before, and I don't know if they just went in saying, hey, we're going to play the same game. No, just like our defenses has got better, Georgia has got better on offense and defense. Our defense just got better. They got better on offense and defense. So we should have known it was going to be a tougher task this time around. And I just hate it so bad.
Give it a second.
Yeah.
She may fade back in.
Yeah. Because she's cooking.
She is hitting it right on the head.
Yes, she's cooking. She's saying she confirming everything I was saying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're waiting on you. We got you.
This is what I'm really respecting is the Georgia fans are just like Victor says. One thing I can say about Alabama, I don't like them, but I damn sure respect them.
Okay, hold on, Toy.
This is awesome.
Okay, you're back out of the matrix. You're back in. Come on.
Latoya,
Yeah,
signals in and out.
yeah,
Damn it, I hate that. I hate that.
yeah. Because she was
She
straight
was on
cooking.
fire. Yeah, she was on
Yeah,
fire.
she was spitting straight fire, and
Yeah.
she wasn't sugarcoating it. She would tell him like a Ti is.
Yeah, she sure was, and I love her voice. That's why I say, where in the world she been? She needs to be more shows. She's just telling it
Agree.
like it is. I love a woman like that. I do. My wife
Yeah,
hits on me all the time.
yeah. Hey, yeah. I'll tell you what. Uh, I'm so glad because what it is, she's a Bama fan, but she knows, just like I was saying, the other team knows you. You can't flinch. It's just like I say in Creed 2. You're in that tire deal. When you're with Georgia, you might as well think straight, hey, we're trading blows. And the first one to flinch loses. And I just feel like DeBoer and them, they weren't ready for the tire drill because it was enough film from both sides. And just like she was saying, they got better all the way around.
Yeah, well, Georgia did. Georgia
Yeah.
did. And I'm still going back to this. If you can't sustain a drive and give your defense some rest, what do you expect from them? And I know some people are already looking at Walmack already. Get off of it. You're going to tick me off then. You don't want to see me ticked off. I will cuss out, and I don't even know why I'm cussing. You know what I mean? But just stay off of Walmack. I think he's your man for defense. He's getting better and better every game, every year. Look at what he's doing now. The defenses, it's just fantastic. They might not be the defense I'm used to seeing, but they're working. They are working. They are keeping us in game, but you got to give them some rest. My goodness, guys.
Hey,
So
Icebot, can I say something for your fans? You guys gotta uh, sort of take a step back. Think about it. Only 16 rushes.
I
Only
know.
16 rushes. And in order to establish a drive, do you think 16 rushes is good enough to beat Georgia?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
So if that's the case, then really the key was uh, he got to, and Latoya was right. They went away from, they flinched and they started getting pass happy. And on top of that, when they did run, they didn't feel like they were getting success. So all of a sudden, well, then we'll just stick with just straight passing and run every now and then. That's how you only get 16 rushes for a -3 yards. The bottom line is, I don't care how many times you stop me, that very next rush might be that one that pops and gets you to notice, hey, you're gonna have to play all 11 personnels on this field. You got to do that. That even include Ty. Ty, sometimes, hey, pull it down and let's go.
Yep. Yep.
And have a hey, uh, telly or something, where you tell the offensive line, I'm running, let's go. And and get what you can, and let see. The thing is you got to be willing to do any and all things to complete your goal. And the whole thing is once, hey, she nailed it. Once y'all flinched, all of a sudden it seemed like Grubbin and them thought they needed to pass in order to get back in it when you were only 14 to 21 points down, and you had a whole half to 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 take it. You don't change up your game. In fact, you go deeper into it and you tell your offense, look, we're gonna run our way out of this and play action and get back in this game. But as soon as you start fretting, you give your energy in your power to that team. And that's what happened last night.
Yeah. Well, that we just basically got our ass kicked. That's all. Just to put it shortly.
No, hey, let's come on now. Let's be honest. Georgia knows. See, I
No.
want people to understand. Georgia has enough intel on you guys that if you don't change your tendencies or you don't throw some wrinkles in and you don't stay to your game plan, they're used to playing in a phone booth. That is their style. You guys know that. And that's why in the first game you guys were ready for it. But you threw it to Cuevas. You threw it to your backside of the backfield. You had a 1 or 2 screens, if I remember. Think about that. The tight end, whoever he is, I know he's a freshman, but you can't drop the ball. You're gonna get popped anyway. If it hits your hands, you gotta catch it. It's just that simple. You cannot allow your team to not get your part in. So, it's a time to understand and do that look in the mirror because you're going to be in the playoffs. According to Bishop, you'll be in the playoffs, and what you're going to do with what's your second opportunity. It's up on you guys.
It is. It is. And that's what I've asked you in depth about what would you do, I would love to hear Coach Carl. We're about out of
Man,
time.
I am not lying. That offensive line would hate me. Yeah, we're gonna have inside period for 30 to 40 minutes. And when I say inside period, the only way we move the ball is you get these 10 yards. And put it like this. There can't be no long passes or anything. It has to be swings and running up the gut. That's it.
I would put 13 men on defense and say you got to run it straight up the middle and get me 3 yards every time, at least 3 yards.
Hey, see,
against 13 defenders.
Yeah, and that's a mentality. What we're really trying to say is we need our offense to understand there's a mentality to winning a national title.
Yeah.
And that's what you're trying to set. And that's the same with any of these teams is you get in these playoffs, it's the second season and it's big boy football. The team that can keep the way they play their game and don't flinch, they're gonna go far. The ones that flinch, they're gonna be out. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. That's including us. If you flinch in that phone booth, because understand Georgia's not gonna change up their game. They're only gonna get stauncher in their tactics and get more methodical. That's their game. And they know it, and they're okay with it.
They'll wear you out. All right. I am fixing to get out of here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I want to thank Miss Lady Latoya for coming through. You were definitely spitting your fire. Your gumbo is straight. The roux is on point. So, and Icebox, appreciate you once again. Thank you for allowing me to come on up, my brother.
No, I always enjoy listening to you, and it's my pleasure. And you got an open invite. Let's put it that way.
I'm humbled. I appreciate. And can I leave this with Bama fans? I know that last night didn't go the way way you want it, but ask yourself, you did too much to get here. When you get this second opportunity, hold them to their feet to the fire. It's not the standard. And 16 rushes is definitely not championship football. Hold them to a standard. It's like, look, if we don't figure this out, it's going to be one and done. We can't afford not to. You got to be honest and open, just like I do with our people. It's not that I'm trying to be negative, but everybody got so much film on you that if you have tendencies, it will be exposed. And that's the way you guys can get back on the winning side. You've got to be willing to do the hard thing and look at yourself in the mirror and make the corrections necessary to keep moving forward. With that, hey, Bishop, signing off. One love, you guys. Appreciate you again for having me.
Thank you, Bishop. You really don't know what it means to me. I'm hoping one day to get Coach Carl on here.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. Hey, I'm gonna take this. Let's see here.
Go ahead.
Glad you subscribed, Victor. Morton. I want to tell the Georgia fans, thank y'all for being courteous, complimentary, and I know you're feeling good this morning because we felt that way too. But we still love you guys, and I know.
Great game. Great game playing.
Great game.
Yeah.
Nothing against the fans, but we hate Georgia football team. Sorry, that's just the way it is. We hate Oklahoma. We
don't
hate
be
Oklahoma
sorry.
too.
Hey! What would we say if Texas in there? Hey,
we hate Texas.
we hate you.
It ain't nothing personal.
That's called respect. And let's be honest, that's respect because you played them so much that and let's be honest, they took every time they lost, and they have gained to where they're okay with being uncomfortable, and so they are the front runners to win it all. And I know it, and so I know that even our team, we better get used to being uncomfortable in that phone booth because, look, in order to win it, there's going to be a lot of teams that look like that. We're gonna have to face, and either we win the task or it'll be, short stint. So with that said, hey, the best is yet to come.
Yeah, it is. We got a lot to look forward to. I had to show that a while ago, so he doesn't know the members of this chat. They will eat his butt alive. But no, we're really respectful, and we thank the Georgia fans. We really do.
Yeah.
2-time, I love you, brother. Stacy was great. Victor,
Stacy, go dog. Hey, congratulations, love. Hey, y'all did your stuff.
Yeah, DSGB, I think it is.
GP.
Great.
Yeah.
Yep. And there was some other ones in there too that I just can't remember them all right now. But thank you,
Lady Latoya, thank you for shooting us some straight gumbo. That's exactly what it was.
I loved it. Thank you, Miss Latoya, for sharing your time with us and your insight. That was really great. And I hope some of the other ladies come on. They don't have to be Miss Latoya. You don't have to be that. Just be you and tell us what you think.
Absolutely.
That's all we're looking for.
Yeah, and hey, anytime the bottom line is you guys, you are the village. You allow us to be us.
You got it.
It takes a village to raise a child. So hey, help this brother out. And sometimes, hey, I'm good with gumbo, but I need the side fixings and all of that. So I need you guys. So with that said, hey, thank you again, Icebox. You're truly one of the pioneers of this, and I appreciate you for allowing me to come on.
That's not a problem. Now, I'm serious. You got an open invitation. Rise up. He knows I love him to death, and we miss him. We had Nick Saban Jr. on yesterday. Miss him. He was one of the other pioneers that paved the way for me.
Kimberly Harmon. Oh, Lady Harmon. They love what you guys do. Y'all had an awesome show. All of you guys.
Apparently,
just wanted her to know.
Which one did they come on? Piano Man, Coach Carl?
Coach Carl had
Ladies' Night. I haven't got to watch it yet. Dadgummit. I'm going to watch it. Y'all just watch and see. Probably later, though. I think my man froze up. I think he did. All right. Well, in that case, guys, we are going to get out of here anyways. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you, Miss Latoya. You meant a lot to me coming on. Lady Night, too. I got to catch that also. Seriously, Georgia fans, thank y'all very much for coming. Thank y'all for being who you are. Reveling, you win. You deserve it. And I'm pulling for you guys. I hope we get to make the 12. You know that'll be the team that I pull for is Alabama. But if they're not, I am pulling for you, Georgia. I am pulling for you, Mississippi, whoever. but get up there in the SEC championship and bring it home back to the SEC. Out with that, I'm getting out here. Y'all have a great morning. Good luck to you this week. Be safe, be careful, and know that we love you here at BAMA Sports. With that, I'm going to say roll tide, and we'll see y'all later. Y'all take care.
You've got to be better in all three areas of life, which of course are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'd be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those three areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at the time, 4 years from now, why, we'll be walking out of here as the national champion.